This is NDTV. And you're watching Ndtv-Hindu.
This is the late night news on Ndtv-Hindu with me, Evelyn Matthew. The big news: India has had a great win against the Afghans, and we'll bring you more on that. But first, let's bring you the top stories we've been tracking tonight. Telecom Minister A. Raja faces the heat on the 2G spectrum issue. Opposition says A. Raja should step down. Parvati Ammal writes to Chief Minister Karunanidhi. A human rights activist holding the letter delivers it to Karunanidhi. A school in Coimbatore finds a novel way to milk the finances of the students' parents. Students have to buy branded shoes from their school.
ஏழையவர்கள் வந்து எப்படி படிச்ச நைக் ஷூ வாங்க முடியும்? சட்ட துணிமணியே போட முடியாதவங்க அங்க எப்படி படிக்க முடியும்?
Indian diplomat spy Madhuri Gupta produced in court and under 14 days of judicial custody now. And Team India make a positive start to their World Cup campaign, beat Afghanistan by 7 wickets. Let's begin with the good news in all the T20 action all the way from West Indies. Team India made a positive start to their T20 World Cup campaign in West Indies. It was an easy victory for the men in blue. They beat rookie Afghanistan by 7 wickets at St. Lucia. India made quite a good start after electing to field first. Pacer Ashish Nehra struck with 2 quick wickets of Karim Sadiq and Mohammad Shahzad and ended with a spell of 3 wickets and 19 runs, while Praveen Kumar ended with figures of 2 wickets and 19 runs. Noor Ali and Asghar Staniskai were the only Afghans who scored in double figures. They finally managed to score 115 in their allotted 20 overs. As promised, India played as they would against a top team and kept Afghanistan down to 115. In reply, India received an early setback with the loss of Gautam Gambhir, who got out for a meager 4 runs. Suresh Raina then joined Murali Vijay at the centre, but he got dismissed after scoring just 18. Murali Vijay played a quiet knock, who top scored for Team India with 48 runs. Yuvraj Singh and MS Dhoni then finally ensured that Team India would home quite comfortably. They finished the game in just 4.5 overs.
The sixes in a row. Look at this. The first one winning.
Now, while former Union Minister Shashi Tharoor paid a heavy price for the allegations against him, Union IT Minister A. Raja, facing serious charges in 2G allotment, appears to be going strong, backed by the DMK patriarch Karunanidhi. The opposition now says that Raja should step down. Is the UPA now helpless when it comes to the southern ally? Sam Daniel brings a profile of the minister who has become a source of huge embarrassment to the UPA.
From being a lawyer in rural Tamil Nadu to becoming the telecom minister, A. Raja has come a long way. But with the opposition demanding his ouster over 2G spectrum allotment, will he resign? No way, say DMC sources. The reason? Raja has emerged as the Dalit face of the DMK and enjoys a good rapport with his party chief, Karunanidhi. That's why when Karunanidhi's grandnephew, Dayanidhi Maran, stepped down as IT minister during UPA 1, Raja was the automatic choice to replace him. He retains the post in UPA 2 as well, though Karunanidhi has patched up with the Maran brothers.
Do you think Kalanga Karunanidhi has full confidence in you? So do you think Kalanga Karunanidhi has full confidence in you?
Raja has got embroiled in 2 major allegations, the spectrum scam and his alleged telephone call to a Madras High Court judge for a favourable order. But so far, Karunanidhi has gone soft on him. The CBI that's probing the spectrum scam recently raided offices of the telecom department. But the DMK maintains Raja is targeted as he's a Dalit, and the government is yet to act against Raja.
And whose prerogative is it to have or not to have Raja in the cabinet? Is it the Prime Minister's or Mr. Karunanidhi's? So I would put the blame on the Prime Minister's table. Well, when nobody takes it seriously, why should he take it seriously?
On Sunday, Karunanidhi is scheduled to discuss with Sonia Gandhi the reported reluctance of his elder son, Union Chemicals Minister M.K. Alagiri, to continue in Delhi. While the controversy surrounding A. Raja has embarrassed the UPA, pressure may be mounting on the DMK to surrender him. With Ramanathan in Chennai, Sam Daniel, Ndtv.
So if the A. Raja issue is raked up by the Prime Minister or Ms. Sonia Gandhi when the Chief Minister meets them tomorrow, here's how Karunanidhi's line of defense could be. The Chief Minister is likely to argue that first come, first served system was not Raja's but was already being followed. Raja had kept the Prime Minister in the loop at every stage. Even Dr. Singh had defended him earlier. The Chief Minister may play Raja's Dalit card, and if it gets worse, it could mean he was being singled out or targeted. Raja stepping down is like accepting the allegations, which could have huge political implications for the alliance in the 2011 Tamil Nadu Assembly polls. In other news making the headlines here in the state, the 80-year-old mother of slain LTTE Chief Prabhakaran has written to Tamil Nadu Chief Minister Karunanidhi seeking his help to receive treatment in Tamil Nadu. Although she had a valid medical visa, Parvati, a paralytic, was deported to Kuala Lumpur on the 16th of April soon after she arrived at the Chennai airport. A few days ago, Karunanidhi had assured that he would consider her case if she wrote to him. The letter with the thumb impression of Parvati was received by the Chennai-based NGO Manidam, and activists are hoping that the Chief Minister would get a clearance from the Prime Minister Manmohan Singh during his meeting with him in the next couple of days. Well, Parvati Ammal had posted that letter to G. Subramaniam, the executive editor of Manidam, and he spoke to us about his role in taking the letter to the Chief Minister.
Our Manidam human rights organization is acting on the basis of humanitarian actions in all activities. So some 2 months ago, some 5 months ago, we have did one big thing. That is Vanangaman ship which came from European Tamils, and we successfully dispatched to the Elam Tamils. So that news spread all over the world, all over the world to the Tamils, particularly Tamil community, Tamil diaspora. Because of that, the Parvati Ammal might come to know about our Manitam, and through some middleman, she want to dispatch this letter to CM. And we have given the letter to CM close aides, so that will be reached, I think. Directly sending a letter to CM, to Secretariat, or to, even then they have dispatched one email letter to CM Secretariat, CM cell. They have dispatched that. But the hard copy has given to me, to our organization, to dispatch it to the CM. We are only a postman job we are doing. We received the letter from Parvati Ammal, and we are dispatching to the CM through some good aids. We are already assured that if Parvati Ammal given a letter or a petition, and then there will not be any problem to get into the India. CM is a very senior most person, and who is having very good respect with the central government. And if he tries, definitely it will be succeeded.
On to some national news now. The Indian diplomat Madhuri Gupta, who was posted to Islamabad and began selling secrets to Pakistan, was produced in court and sent to 14 days of judicial custody. The court had rejected police request of 2-day remand for Madhuri Gupta. Intelligence sources say that while Ms. Gupta did not have access to crucial information, she exposed several Indian undercover agents. Meanwhile, her lawyer claims that she has been framed. Now, you've heard of schools compelling students, rather their parents, to buy stationery and textbooks from the establishment. But this school in Coimbatore gives all the other schools a run for their money, quite literally, with their policy of making students buy branded shoes from them. Take a look.
From uniforms to textbooks, most schools believe in making you pay them for everything your child needs. But this school in Coimbatore goes that extra mile in ensuring they tie up all the loose ends, or should we say laces. They make you pay for shoes as well, And not just any shoes, but international and branded ones.
There might be a lot of parents who are, economically not very well off, but would like to educate their wards in such schools. So these parents are going to find it completely difficult to purchase, a Nike shoes for their ward and throw it off in say 8 months.
Though right to education has been made a fundamental right in the nation, schools like this one seem to be playing with parents' finances. Many people raise concerns that education is becoming increasingly commercialized.
யுவபாரதி பள்ளியில் நைக் ஷூ போட்டு கட்டாயம் இந்த 1500 ரூபா கொடுத்தா வாங்கணுங்கிறது ரொம்ப கொடுமைன்னு கொடுமை. ஏழை எளியவர்கள் எப்படி படித்து அந்த நைக் ஷூ வாங்க முடியும்? சட்ட துணிமணியே போட முடியாதவங்க அங்கே எப்படி படிக்க முடியும்? இதனால் அந்த பள்ளியை பொறுத்தளவு பெரிய கோடீஸ்வரர்கள் இருக்கக்கூடிய பெற்றோர்கள் தான் அங்கே படிக்க வைக்க முடியுங்கிறது தான் என்னுடைய கருத்து. ஏழை எளிய ஜனங்களுக்கு அந்த பள்ளிக்கூடத்தில் படிக்கிறதுக்கு வாய்ப்பு கொடுக்கணும்னா அரசாங்கம் தலையிட்டு இந்த மாதிரி ஒரு அந்த அதிக விலைக்கு விற்கக்கூடியது எல்லாம் கண்காணித்து அவங்கள தக்க நடவடிக்கை எடுக்கணுங்கிறது தான் தாழ்மையான கருத்துங்க.
But till the government does decide to do something about schools putting up such ridiculous rules, private schools like this one will continue to tell their students, just do it. With Nesaraj reporting from Coimbatore, Divya, Ndtv-Hindu.
Still ahead, take a look at who is going back to traditional roots in the hope of a better future. Find out in just a moment.